to continue on. In 2014 alone, Investigator Brad Schneider, who was leading this investigation, has handled over 50 leads. So it's always considered a cold case when it's that old, but it never went cold because we've always actively been trying to solve it. That day on November 10th, 1979, the first person on scene was Joe Richlicki, followed by former Sheriff John York. The two of them know more about this case, and the file's there to prove it. So many members touched this case over the last 35 years. It would take me weeks to tell you, if not months or years to tell you all that the Sheriff's Office and our partners have done to bring this to a resolution. Again, we are going to continue to work with Hernando County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and the Monroe County Medical Examiner's Office to continue this investigation, because as I said, this identification is huge for us. I'm very proud of it, but this colder case is now burning hot, and the next step is bringing this killer to justice. So at this time, I'll open it up for any questions that you do have.
What does having this identity do for your investigation specifically in trying to catch someone?
Yeah, we've always said that one of the biggest parts to solving a case is knowing your victim. Once you know the victim, you know 10 times more about the case. We know then who their associates are, what the motives may be, etc.
Why did it take so long to identify her? I know that's not a short story, but...
It's not a short story. And there was a DNA comparison on this, I will say that, but it's not just DNA. So we said over time that I personally felt that DNA would help us, and I'm not saying it did not help us, but there's still a lot of old-fashioned police work that's gone into this the last couple months. So the lead had come in over the summertime, and we've been actively working with Florida officials in our office. So.
How much were you hampered by the fact that there was not a missing persons report apparently filed at the time of her disappearance? Could this have been solved a lot earlier?
Yeah, the first missing person report came from the summertime. Is that upsetting? Absolutely, it's upsetting. It's disheartening. But again, that goes to some background, and the average person like you or I, if we lost our child, we would make a report right then and there. Those details I'm not going to go too in depth because, as I said, we still have a murder investigation. But is that disheartening? Absolutely.
Sure. How confident are you you're going to find her killer?
I'm confident, just as confident as I knew that we wouldn't give up on the identity. We will continue to work just as hard, if not harder.
Sounds like an obvious question, but...
Was there a particular trigger when that caused this person to come forward and help start to connect the dots for you? Was there? I know you guys were incredibly proactive with social media. Sheriff York dedicated almost his entire career to this cause. Was there a particular trigger?
This trigger was a classmate that came forward and made the report down in Florida. And as I said, we get so many leads in. This has always been a cold case or deemed a cold case because of how old it is. But it's never been a cold case with us. If we got one lead, we'd follow up. If we got 100 leads, we'd follow up the 100. So there's been more time and resources put into this case than any other Livingston County Sheriff's Office case. That's how important it was. The timing on this, the ball started rolling in Florida. It hit the internet. Social media can be a great thing. The information sharing that goes on there. Then our office gets involved, etc.